Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for Cooking with the Count. Today we're going to prepare a very delicious and juicy turkey. We don't have dry white meat. We have juicy, the juice just pours out of the white meat. Just as tender, just as juicy as your dark meat. And I'm going to show you the secrets to doing it. Okay, we've got about a 14-pound turkey, just a standard turkey from the supermarket, and we're going to open the skin up between the skin and the actual meat of the turkey. You're going to put your hand in there. You're going to break it loose from the turkey until you can get your fingers all the way up in there. And as you can see, you're going to work it a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to put our herbs and spices and a little bit of olive oil in there. Got that side going. And now this side. Pop out this little guy. We'll put him in after. It's like trying to put on a silicone glove. But take my word for it, you'll appreciate doing this when you serve it to your family. There, as you can see, I've got a nice cavity opened up on both sides of the backbone. Now I'm going to spray some olive oil in there, and then I'm going to put my seasoning right inside of it. And of course we're going to put it inside the cavity. And we're going to put seasoning on top of the skin. It is going to knock it out of the ballpark. You are going to love this turkey. Everybody loves good juicy white meat. Whether it's for a sandwich, or you make a pie later, or a soup, or whatever, you still want your white meat to be tender and juicy. So now that we've got the cavity opened up, as I showed you, now we can take our olive oil through that cavity and whatever, because that is going to go into our turkey and make it really good. Now I have some poultry seasoning, and I have some McCormick's chicken, or Montreal chicken, and we're gonna put a good amount all over this, because we're gonna put it on the inside, the outside, and whatever. And poultry seasoning, and get it right in. We're going to massage it right into the meat. Don't be afraid to get it in there. You want it in all the nooks and crannies. We're going to put some on the inside. We're going to have it on the outside. And your family will be asking for turkey a little bit more often than you ever thought possible. All right, now I'm going to move our little turkey right into the pan. I'm going to take the wings, I'm going to flip them under the body, like so. He's going to be sitting pretty. I can put my little plastic thing back in. I always take it out to clean the turkey really good. Then I just put it back in. Tuck the legs back in. Of course, they were so kind as to break off the tail, so it's okay. We're just going to stick it right in the hole like so. And now we'll go back. We'll spray the turkey with an abundance of olive oil again. Like so. Again, massage it, cover the whole turkey. We want this bird to be nice and clean and well seasoned. Okay, with that I'll be right back. So now I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of the poultry seasoning on on the skin. Poultry seasoning gives it a good taste. It's got sage and various other ingredients in it. It just really does make it delicious. And now, chicken seasoning. Again, don't be afraid to put plenty. Now we're going to put this bird in for at 450 degrees. I'm going to put the rest of it at the bottom of the pan. That's going to give it a great broth. Like I was saying, we're going to put this in at 450 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Because what we want to do is we want to get the skin nice and brown. Then we're going to take it out and we're going to foil it. It's going back in the oven at 350 until she's done. And like I said, I can't wait to show you what it's going to look like when she's done. We're going to add a quart of, or a pint. What is this? 2 pounds, 32 ounces, okay. That's going to give it a nice broth to cook in, and then once we foil it, it's going to put the juices, I'll actually steam that right up. Put a little bit in the side. And I like to add one more vegetable, which gives it a really nice flavor as well. A little bit inside. There we go. And one more time with the olive oil. And one more massage to get all those spices worked in nicely. Try to cover up the meat as much as you can. I don't stuff turkeys, to be very honest with you. I've never found too many stuffings that I've really cared for. There. Now that's one pretty turkey. And a fair amount of salt. Fair amount of pepper. And in the oven she goes. Okay, as you can see, this is, it's been cooking about 20 minutes. As you can see, the nice and golden brown. Beautiful juices in there. You can see that the fat's kind of dissolved a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and this up. The chicken broth, the vegetable broth, being tented like this, is going to those juices right into the meat. The seasonings will really knock it out of the ballpark. That looks pretty good. Now back in the oven at 375 for a couple of hours, and we'll have a beautiful bird. That'll be nice and juicy. We'll be back. Okay, let's see how our bird looks now. She actually cooked for about an hour and a half. Oh yeah. Very nice. And our little plunger is done. That is a pretty bird. She looks like she's very well cooked. I'll just check this to make sure. Oh yeah. She's done everywhere. Perfect. Well, let's get this thing on the platter. We'll give it a nice slice and see how it turns out. I think you're going to be impressed. Let's see how this baby looks. We've let her sit for about 10 minutes to cool down. Oh yeah. Now that is a beautiful piece of meat. Okay, I've got to try a piece of this because it looks absolutely delicious. I mean, look at that. You can actually see the juices in it. Mmm. That is a turkey. Never be afraid to turn around and serve this to your family. I can guarantee you that. The juices in this thing are absolutely crazy. It's just as tender and just as juicy as a piece of dark meat. And I'm sure your family would appreciate it. And we're back. As you can see, our turkey is all carved up. We don't actually carve it. We actually chunk it up a little bit into more bite-sized pieces. We've got our homemade mashed potatoes. We have homemade cranberry sauce. And of course, some little carrots. Of course, a homemade bread. Thank you for joining us with Cooking with the Count. The recipe will be on www.cookingwiththecount.com. Thank you very much. Bon appetit and God bless. Good night.